business. Yeah, I can see why you guys don't like watching my videos. It's because y'all think I'm a corporate. Did I say that? Well, hopefully YouTube doesn't put me in ban mode, but just because of one word. But anyway, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. You know it is JJ with you on JJ's PC Builds. Okay, I'm going to state this before we get started. I'm not perfect. I'm going to admit this right now. But I will tell you, when it comes to building a PC, and I get down in depth of it, I will not let you down. Okay? Everybody's focused on how much these companies are making. Everybody's focused on what they're going to come out with new. But one thing you're really not focused on is your own shit. Seriously. You're not focused on your own PCs. You're not focused on what you can do with your PC like I am. Because you guys don't watch these videos. That's the problem. Is you're too focused on the hype. Stop focusing on the hype. Everybody, you need to really get a grip of yourself. Okay, I have my drink and snacks, by the way. I am going on a diet. Okay? I am going to lose this. I'm going to get down to my normal weight. Usually I was at 175 pounds. Okay, that's a little too light. So I might go down to 185. And yes, I will admit, I am 360. I am too big. Way too big for you all. Not this channel. That's the problem. I'm bigger than the channel. The channel should be bigger than me. The channel should be growing. But you guys aren't helping. All I do every time is praise you guys and tell you guys, look, you guys are the best. You guys help the channel out and everything else. But there's 1,000 of you on this channel. And don't click off and don't unsubscribe because I'm talking, saying my piece. Okay? There's 1,000 of you. I should be at least having 1,000 views on every video I got. If you guys are devoted and you're dedicated to this channel, then show it. Don't play games. Don't just get out here because you think I'm the next hype. That's not how it works. I admit I'm not the next hype. I'm not the next big time reviewer that's out on the market because I've been doing this for almost 4 years. September the 6th, 2026 will be my 4th year. And we're getting close. We are getting close. And I'm still not monetized. Why? Because you guys won't watch my videos? Seriously? You guys won't subscribe to the channel? Really? What is holding you back? Is it because you're afraid that what your friends are going to say? Are you that worried about peer pressure? You know what? I'm getting everything off my chest. Okay? I'm working hard for you guys. I'm going through medical problems. I am going through every little thing you can think of when it comes to health and stability. I just went through spinal surgery, my friends. But do I blame you? No. I am fixing me. You guys can help fix the channel by watching the videos. How come I can put a driver video out? A driver video for NVIDIA. And I got 1,000 views on it. Views don't count when you're not monetized. I'm going to bring this clear to you. Views do not matter when you're not monetized. When you're not monetized, it's the watch time hours. That means you watching the videos from beginning to end. The more you put on that clock, the more it gets to me to 4,000 watch time hours. And then YouTube will monetize me. But they won't monetize me right away. That takes 7 days. So within that 7-day margin, if I lose watch time hours, I could wind up not getting monetized. YouTube is playing a very vicious game, my friends. You guys just don't see it. I have to feel it every day. Every day. I put my blood, sweat, and tears in my videos. It might not look it. Look, my friend Machine got me a different camera. This one right here. Okay. Because he said my videos were good, but they need to be better. He just didn't want to say they sucked. And I do agree with him. I've been working with the software on and off, trying to get this clarity going. You get what I'm saying? I think what it is you guys don't get the hype. You don't get the hype at all. The hype is not the next big thing out there. The next big thing is you making it the next big thing. Like, let's say if I wanted to get myself a 6800 XT with 16 gigabytes of VRAM. 6800 XT would be a rasterization beast compared to my 4070. Let's just get into the crux of the video, and then at the end, we'll talk a little bit more. Yes, I got everything written down on a teleprompter. I'm not hiding shit. Okay? I don't hide shit. I never have, and I never will. I'm not going to lie to you. I never have, and never will. I'm not going to lie to anybody. I wouldn't even lie to my worst enemy. I have no reason to. But you guys seem to think that I'm here blowing smoke up your ass. I'm not here to blow smoke up your ass. I started my channel for a reason. I saw other reviewers not giving you the full detail of what you need to know. I do everything I can on the live streams to help everybody that has PC questions and everybody in this community that has subscribed. The ones that want to be on Discord, part of the Discord family as well. All you got to do is ask. We can add you to the Discord family. That's not a problem. I'm going through one by one, because this way, when we bring somebody in, we make sure that they're, we talk with everybody. We give everybody a chance. There's many. I'm not editing shit out of this video. I'm telling you that right now. I'm not editing nothing. So you're getting the raw deal. All my there's a couple videos, maybe 12 videos that I've done that were edited. Everything else is raw. I don't like to jump cut the videos. That's not me. I want to get to the deal, the real deal. It's like this right here. I still got to put this on. This is the power button. I haven't put that on yet. I still haven't put on the bracket. The brackets right here for the fans. Oh, I can put it that way. The fans, the two fans that are supposed to go here, this is the bracket that goes here. I haven't put that on yet because I'm saving that for you guys. Okay, I'm saving on. I've already got it to where I got the fan connection on there. Not the fan. The GPU connection. We already went through that. I still got to put on the heat sink for the CPU. And once I get it all together, then we can fire it up. And I have bought a brand new capture card to run off of this. So testing is nothing but pure testing. I'm thinking about getting another one of these stands. Well, actually two. One for MATX. The one thing I hate about this stand is that you got to slide shit around just to get the motherboard on. This is set up for ATX. I'm getting another one for MATX, and I'm going to get another one set for ITX. So I have 3 different stands for 3 different functions. So if I have an ITX motherboard, I'll have a stand for that. I'll have an MATX motherboard stand, and then I have an ATX. I'm not doing EATX, guys. I don't carry $1,000 in my wallet. If I want to, I can make this EATX if I want to. That's not a problem. It would come out to here, to here, and I would have to move the fans back here, but that would be pretty much it. But that's not the crux of this story. Let's get to it. But for years, the GPU market has been playing a psychological game with gamers. A number of games a number of marketing games, and a fear of missing out on the game. That's pretty much what they're saying. So, nothing captures better than debates around VRM. You guys know the drill. Everybody's got their head wrapped around VRM. Specifically, whether you actually need 16 gigabytes of it to play modern games. AMD says yes. NVIDIA says no. Reviewers argue gamers panic. And somewhere in the middle of all this noise, the truth gets buried. Okay? Tonight or today or wherever, we're digging it up. Because the question isn't just, do you need a 16 gigabyte graphics card? The real question is, who benefits when you believe you do? And why does AMD push 16 gigabytes like it's the new baseline, while NVIDIA keeps shipping 8 gigabytes and 12 gigabyte cards like it's still 2020? Let's start with the obvious, just right off the bat. VRAM is not just a number. It's not just a sticker on the box. It's not a flex. VRM is a resource. And in any resource, it only matters when you run out of it. When a game exceeds your VRM capacity, when it does, you don't get warning messages. You get stutters, you get texture pop-ins, you get frame time spikes that make your 144 hertz monitor feel like a slideshow. I know I've seen that before. But in the worst cases, you get crashes. But guys, here's the twist. Most of the games don't actually use 16 gigabytes. Most of the games don't. Not even at 1080p, not even at 1440p. Guess what? Not even at 4K in many cases. What they do use is the bandwidth, compression, and smart memory management. And that's where AMD and NVIDIA take two very different paths. AMD's approach is simple. They give you more VRAM, like 16 gigabytes on a 7800 XT, which I've already tested. 16 gigabytes on a RX 7700 XT. Maybe. Even mid-range cards get you more memory than NVIDIA's equivalent. But NVIDIA's approach is different. Let's just rely on aggressive memory compression, DLSS, and architecture efficiency. Let's say efficiency to make 12 gigabytes feel more or less like this. And in a lot of games, it works. Like my RTX 4070 with 12 gigabytes of VRAM can outperform AMD's 16 gigabyte cards because of raw VRAM. Look at it this way. That isn't the story. The GPU architecture matters. The cache matters. The memory controller matters. The software stack matters. But then there's the games that break the rules. Starfield, Last of Us Part 1, Hogwarts Legacy, which I do have, and I tested it, and it runs fine. Alan Wake 2, Cyberpunk 2077, maybe with RT, Ray Tracing Overdrive. I got that one too. These are titles that expose the cracks. These are the games where 8 gigabyte cards fall apart. These are the games where 12 gigabytes starts to be, and it just makes it sweat. These are the games where 16 gigabytes stops being a luxury and starts being a requirement. And this is where the conversation gets uncomfortable, because the truth is both companies are right and both companies are wrong at the same time. AMD is right that 16 gigabyte gives you headroom. NVIDIA is right that architecture can compensate for lower VRAM usage. AMD is wrong to pretend VRAM alone wins performance. NVIDIA is wrong to pretend 8 gigabytes is still acceptable in 2026. So, do you need 16 gigabytes? That's the question. Here's the real answer for you. It depends on the games you play. Read my lips. It depends on the games you play. the resolution you target. That means your display settings. And how long you plan to keep your GPU. There's another thing. And I've always told you guys the 5-year rule is always a good rule. If you're playing esports titles, indie games, or older AAA titles, 8 to 12 gigabytes is okay. There's no problem. If you're playing modern AAA games at 1440p or 4K, especially with ray tracing, 16 gigabytes is a safer bet. If you're modding like Skyrim, Fallout, or Cyberpunk with 4K texture packs, 16 gigabytes isn't optional. It isn't optional. It's mandatory. But here's the part nobody's talking about. VRAM usage is rising faster than GPU performance. Games are getting heavier. Textures are getting bigger. Engines are getting more demanding. And developers are optimizing less because they assume you have the hardware to brute force your way through it, through the whole game. So when do you buy a GPU today? That's a good question. You're not buying it for today's games. You're buying it for the games that haven't launched yet. How about that? And that's where 16 gigabyte becomes less of a luxury and more of a, let's say, a shield. A buffer against the future, I would say. But even then, the story isn't simple because 16 gigabyte cards with weak architecture can still lose to a 12 gigabyte card with stronger architecture. A 16 gigabyte card with slow memory can still choke. And a 16 gigabyte card with poor driver, let's say you get really bad drivers, can still stutter. VRAM is a part of the equation, but it's not the whole equation, like you guys think. It's not. You've been misled that it was. So here's the truth. Strip off the marketing, strip off the hype, strip off the brand loyalty. You don't need 16 gigabytes to play games, but you need 16 gigabytes to play games you want. See, that's the key trick. You might need 16 gigabytes to play games you want, but you don't have. At the settings you want for the next several years. And that's the real question. Are you buying a GPU? Are you buying it for right now? Or are you buying it for... Are you buying a GPU for the next 3 to 5 years? That's the question. Because if you're buying for longevity, and I've always talked about this, 16 gigabytes starts to look less like overkill and more like common sense. And that's why this debate matters, guys. It kind of does. Not because AMD says so, not because NVIDIA says so, because the games themselves are telling the truth. And the truth is getting harder to ignore. So do you need a 16 gigabyte GPU? Well, not always. Not today. Not for every game. But if you want to play the biggest titles at the highest settings without worrying about VRAM limits, without worrying about stutters, without worrying about compromises, and without upgrading again for the next couple of years, you might need it more than you think. And that's where the reality kicks in, not the marketing. So when it comes to the end of the day, I'm not shitting on 8 gigabyte cards. I'm not shitting on 12 gigabyte cards, or the 16s, or the 24s, or the 32s, or the 48s, and so on and on and on and on. It's the games that you play that matters the most, not the card that you buy. Yes, it's good to have compute. Yes, it's good to have enough VRAM to support for that game. But you have to look at the requirements of the game. Does the game require a minimal 10 series graphics card up to a 5090? You have a wide field. You want one with more compute. You want one with a decent amount of VRAM. I'll tell you what, I'm going to tell you this. I'm well over the third year on my RTX 4070, which it has 12 gigabytes of VRAM. And so far, the games I've played, like Cyberpunk and Hogwarts Legacy, never used it all the way to the moon. Because I managed my display settings. I managed how balanced my card is to my CPU. CPU and GPU balance better and play better games for longevity when you balance everything out. And if you don't balance everything, then you come up to the stuttering and everything else. So you have to make a decision. You want to go balls to the wall, or you want to be able to play your games? See, the whole thing about reviewing is testing at the max. But when it comes to gameplay, I'm going to tell you, as a reviewer, you don't want to be at the max. You want to be balanced when you're playing your games, especially you're looking at heat, especially when you're looking at the longevity and everything else. Do you think you need a graphics card every year? Are you kidding? No, you don't. There's some 6000 series graphics cards that work fine in 2026. There are some RTX cards that are at the 20 series, like the 2080 Ti, that will still game in 2026. Even the 10 series cards will game in 2026. Okay? Even the 5000 series on AMD side will game in 2026. I took the 5500, tested it on Cyberpunk at decent settings, got about around 60 FPS. I can lock it in all day long at that. Play the game, not have a problem, and not worry about visualizations. Because when you run a 4K monitor, you have the whole spectrum. The whole range of all the way from 4K all the way down to what? 480p? You have a wide range. Does that change the aspect of the visualization of the monitor? No. Thing is, you guys have been lied to all this time. And you just kept feeding into the lies. I did. I'm on the same graphics card for 3+ years. And before that, I was on integrated graphics for the longest. I stayed on integrated graphics because I was not locked into the hype of these, these browsers or anything else, because all my overclocking was done in the BIOS for integrated graphics. I didn't have to use their software. I was locked into the BIOS ecosystem. I didn't have to worry about anything else. I could play older games all day long. Okay? But this is the thing. We're at 2026. We're at a critical moment where VRAM is very expensive. System RAM is very expensive. GPUs are like out of the world. Hard drive space, SSD space, out of this world. Everything. PC parts are out of control in price when it comes to brand new. Used are, it's pretty much selling at brand new pricing. So what are we left with? Not much. Not much at all. That's the reason why I told everybody to hold on to their hardware for a little while longer. People are saying, yeah, go sell your stuff on Java and this and that. No. If I were you, I wouldn't worry about selling your PC parts right now, because the next couple years are going to be very crucial, especially if Windows comes up with a new operating system like Windows 12 and locks everybody into the system requirement. You need an NPU, neural processing unit, on your CPU in order to install Windows 12. It's coming. The data centers are being built. The whole ecosystem of gaming is going to change. So basically what they're saying is you can run a potato on the internet and play your games. But if you pay $5,000 like NVIDIA's Spark, they want you to pay like $5,000 for it. Is that really worth it? I mean, just to play a game? What about the hardware that you already spent the money for? There's a lot of controversy right now, guys. A lot of controversy. So I'm going to tell you like this. Hold on to your hardware. Hold on to your hats. Hold on to your underwear. Hold on to whatever you got to hold on to. Because let's say Microsoft changes Windows to Windows 12 and they require that neural processing unit. It looks like a lot of us are going to be going to Linux. I have Linux on the side ready to go. So when it comes to that day, I'll be ready to go and I'll be switching to Linux. So Microsoft has a little bit things to think about before they decide they want to slap us like they did with the pop count. They had a lot of PCs on Windows 10. Windows 11 got slapped with that pop count. Your CPU has to have that certain amount of pop count in order for you to get Windows 11. Looks like in October, Microsoft's going to be coming out with 26H2. It's just a bump up from 25H2. Same platform, just an upgrade. So when it comes to 2027, it looks like in October 2027, what are we going to have? It's something to think about. Microsoft's only given us 2 years on each of the platforms now. Sorry. Sinuses. But Microsoft's only given us 2 years now. Instead of 4 years, they're giving us 2. So each platform is going to carry 2 years before it's discontinued. And they're not changing their mind. They're not changing their path or pattern. So at the end of the day, we all have to make a decision. Is this the way we want to go or not? Do we want to stick with the Microsoft ecosystem or we want to go to the Linux ecosystem? I can tell you if we go to the Linux ecosystem, what could happen is that I have a feeling that some companies are just going to pay hackers to hack Linux operating systems and make it hell for Linux. That's what they've done in the past. To keep everybody on the Windows ecosystem, making them think what Microsoft Defender is the only thing on this earth that's going to protect you from viruses and malware and everything else. So this is what we're left with, guys. We're left with a lot of bullshit. Now I'm going to say, I'm at the end of the video right here, but I'm going to say I do apologize for using harsh language, but I had to because I have to make a statement. I have to let you guys know. And I know you guys are going to think, Jay, well, you went off in La La Land about, us watching the videos and everything else. I know this, but I have to make a statement. You guys don't want me to make a statement. You guys want me to hold back. And, some of my subscribers say, Jay, you need to hold back a little bit. I've been holding back for almost 4 years, and the channel has not moved. It moved up a little bit, not much. I want it to move up a whole lot. Let's stop babying things so much and just get to the real deal. I want to move this channel up hardcore, and I'm asking you guys' help for this. I don't ask for money. I haven't been asking for money. Even though that I got those little things that you can click on for, to donate to the channel, I don't ask for that. Even though I have a members page on YouTube that everybody can join, which are very cheap prices, I don't ask you for that. I'm not bugging you about that. The only thing I'm asking you guys for is your time to watch my videos from beginning to end. I'm not saying you got to go and watch the very first video. No. I'm just saying from today, going back a whole year, I have all those videos for you guys to watch. If you watch them from beginning to end, put a positive like on it, go on and do the same thing and go through many videos. Everybody working together will help this channel grow. I'm not begging, I'm not bugging, I'm just asking. I've been doing this almost 4 years for you guys. I have not taken a paycheck from YouTube. Well, let me rephrase this. The only money I got from YouTube was from you guys. In 4 years, YouTube has paid me $100. $100. Because if you don't make over $100 in a month, you don't get the money. It sits there in limbo. Right now, I have $94 sitting in limbo. That doesn't come to me until it goes over $100. So in 4 years' time, if you break down, and let me get to the crux of this, and it only looks like that I made 48 cents a month, that comes down to 12 cents a week. And you look at it daily, what I'm making, is 0.01 cent per day. Making videos, doing a live stream once a week, making videos once a day for 6 days a week. And no, I did not miss last week. Yeah, I did miss one day last week, but I made 2 videos in the same week. 2 videos. So I made up for the 1 extra video. So I haven't missed any videos for the week. I make 6 videos a week. I make 1 live stream a week. So that's all 7 days. And most of the time I'm spending like 10 to 12 hours a day for 1 cent. So if you take 12 hours and you break it down to 1 cent, let's see, since I got the calculator out already. So we take 12 and we divide that by 0.01. So that's like 0.00012, a 12th of a cent a day, or 12th of a cent an hour. That's not even minimum wage, guys. And you know, the thing is nobody really gets out here and says anything about this. Nobody says anything. You know, everybody thinks that, oh yeah, YouTube just pays you. Yeah, you just make tons of money and you just don't tell anybody. That's bullshit. I'll tell you right now, it's complete bullshit. YouTube does not pay you for shit. All this thing that you guys watch, yeah. No, I thought that was the hype. I've watched many videos. Oh yeah, you can make this, you can make this, you can make thousands of dollars on YouTube. We do every day. Yeah. They don't tell you how far backwards they have to bend in order to get there, and how many channels they have to put out there in order to make that money. So they got like 13, 14 channels going at the same time, making 1 video a day on each one of their channels. So they're spending 16 hours a day trying to make a buck off of one of their channels. They don't tell you that about YouTube. So I'm just leaving you guys with that note. I got 3 channels. 2 of the channels I'm not paying attention to. This is the channel, JJ's PC Builds. This is my main channel. This is my focus channel. Okay, this is the channel I'm on. Those other 2 channels, unless I'm doing live streaming that I'm away from the house or something, yes, those would be the channels. Or if I do like a 2-hour gaming session, I'll put it on one of those channels. I don't have to. I can put it right here. But, you know, it gives options. I give you guys everything. I put everything down on the line for you guys. I'm not getting any younger. My health is not getting any better. And all I'm asking you guys to do, simply said and put, just watch the videos from beginning to end. YouTube has me on a 1-year constraint. Help us out. Help me out. Help the channel out. Be a team player. Watch the videos. Beginning to end. Put a positive like on it. It does help. So that way we can get more subscribers. So that way we can grow. But it takes you to help us grow. I can't make me grow. I can't make, hundreds of thousands of emails and just put myself in there. I can't do that. I got 3 emails for 3 different channels and a story. So you want to help us out? Watch the videos from beginning to end within this year, from today back 365 days. That'll help us out. Support the channel. That's all I ask. But anyway, guys, first time here, hit the subscribe button. Keep me working. Hit the like button. Keep YouTube working. Don't forget about the notification bell so you know when I post the next video or live stream. Until the next time and the next video. You know what it is? We'll see you on the next one, guys.
I don't ever slow up. No, I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.